Game 2 of the 2022 World Series. Houston versus Philly. Houston's up 1-0. Philly's up to bat first. We're at Houston Astros Stadium. And our starting pitcher is Framber Valdez. We're using Deadball Baseball, the second edition. Valdez has a D12 for his starting pitching. And that's a 2 ERA to a 2.99. And Schwarber's up first. And we're doing as played pitchers innings. So Valdez went 6.1. So we got a 45. Schwarber has a 22 to a 32. So that's an out. And that's gonna be a strikeout for the first out. All right, next up the bat is Rhys Hoskins. And he rolls a 11, so that's going to be a hit. 25 through 33. Well, 25 up to 25 is a hit. Up to 33 is a base on balls. So he got 11. We got to roll a D20 for the hit. Got a 17. That's a double. And we got to do the defense for right field. Let's see. He's got a plus power. Plus power is going to take him up 1. So he goes up 1. So it's going to be a 17. So it's going to be a double without the defense now because he had a P+. All right. So now JT Realmuto's up. So he got a double. Realmuto's up. And he's going to roll a 9, 12. That's a hit. And he's got a ST. See what he gets. Rolls a 2. So that's a single. He's got a S+. Speedy runner. On a hit table, roll 1, batter doubles. And I don't roll for defense. So he gets a double. Realmuto hits in the Rhys Hoskins for the first run, the first inning here. And the score of this game was 5-2 Houston. So we got Harper up. He's a lefty on lefty, so he had a 12. He goes up to a D20 now, left on left. Harper. He rolls a 55, 58. That's going to be an out. No, G3, that's a ground ball to first base. It says it's a productive out. 58, it says on a ball in the outfield or to the right of the infield, runner at second and third advance. So he moves the runner over for the second out. And he goes G3 for the second out. Castellanos is up. He's ready on ready, so we go back to a D12. We get a 35, 38. And that's out. So it's going to be a 3 on the hit table. That's a ground ball to first. And that's our first inning. And the Phillies score 1 run. After the game, make sure you check out the matchup between Agassi versus Becker using Grand Slam Tennis Cards and Dice Sports Simulation. Bottom of the first, Zach Wheeler, he's got a D12. And let's see, Altuve's up, right on right, so he's going to go up to a D20 against Altuve. And he rolls a 60. A 69. That's an out. Yeah, so it's a 0. So that's going to be a K. Altuve strikes out for the first out. Pena's up. Another D20 for right on right. Pena's up. He's got a 34. 42. That's going to be an out. That's an 8. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. F8. Then we got Yordan Alvarez up now. It goes to a D12 because lefty on righty. And he rolls a 46. 50, that's an out. And that's a 4. That's going to be 4-3 for the third out. And the Astros go down 1-2-3 in the first. So that brings up Alec Bohm now, which would be a D12, I believe. Let's see. Righty on lefty. Yep, so 79, that's an out. 4. It's 4-3. First out. Then we got Segura up now. Righty on lefty. Rolls a 9. 99, that's an out. So 9, that's going to be a fly ball to right field. F9. Second out. Righty on righty again. Righty on lefty. Verlin's up, playing center field. He rolls a 37, 44, 43. It's over his batting average and on-base average, on-base percentage. So that's going to be an out with a 6. That's going to be a 6-3. Shortstop to second. That's the end of the second. 1-0 Philly. That brings up Alex Bregman now. Righty on righty, so he goes up to a D20. Wheeler went 5 innings before he was pulled. So we got a 79. That's an out. Roll the 6. Oh, that was a 9. So that's a fly ball to right field. The bottom of the second here. Tucker's up. Lefty on righty. So it goes down to a 12. And Tucker rolled like 100. So that's another fly ball to right field. And Yuli Gurriel's up now. He's a righty on righty, so we're going to a D20 for the pitcher. And he rolls a 19. And his hit, we got to roll D20 here. Let's see what he gets for a hit. Gets a 15. That's going to be a double. But Yuli's got a C+. C+ is a contact hitter on the hit table, rolls a 1 or 2 batter doubles. So nothing there. And he's got a P for minus power. That's an extra weak hitter. -2 when rolling on the hit table. So it goes from a 5 to a 3. Nope, 15. Got a double. That goes down to a single. So Yuli gets a single. That brings up Alex Diaz. He's a righty on righty, so a D20 again. He needs a 24 for a hit and up to a 24 to 29 for a walk. And he gets 100 and something there. So that's an out. Nobody can move on that, so that's going to be a 3. That's going to be a ground ball to third. G3, first base. So it's our third out. And the Astros, nothing again. So that brings up Valdez again. He's a lefty, and he's taking on a righty. So he goes back to a D12. Against Sosa. Sosa rolls a 14. That's in his range up to 230 average. He rolled a 0. Well, we got to roll a D20. He rolls a 13 on the hit table. And that's going to be a single. He has no extra benefits. So Sosa gets on with a single. Brings up Schwarber. Left on left, so that's on to a D20. And he rolls a 99, 100 and something. That's a cannot advance. Let's see, that's a 9. F9. So Schwarber flies out to right field for the first out. Sosa holds at first. Then we got Hoskins coming up. So we go back down to a 12, righty on lefty. And he rolls a 40, 51, 52. That's going to be a productive out. And that's a 1. It's a strikeout. Anyway, so that's nothing. So that's okay. So Hoskins struck out for the second out. It brings Realmuto up. He had a double and scored hit an RBI. Brought in Schwarber in the first inning. He's got a 56. 59. Rolled a 3. That's a ground ball to third base. That's
Tyson versus Green, only on Slash Deep Gaming.
That's going to be our third out, G3. And we messed up in the wrong area. No runs that inning. That's the end of the third inning. We go to the bottom. So Zach Wheeler's still pitching. He's in his third inning. And a righty, and he's taking Chris McCormick. So we go to a D20. McCormick rolls a 75. That's an out. 0. That's a K. He strikes out. Zach Wheeler's got 2 strikeouts so far. So he takes on Maldonado now. Righty on righty. And we get a 27-29. Maldonado needed a 25 for a base on balls. So that's an out. 7. He hits a fly ball to right field. Now Tuve back up, right on right. So he's still 20. Tuve runs a 52-61. That's going to be an out. That's going to be a fly ball to right field for the third out. And after the third inning, it's a 1-0 Phillies. Valdez is going into his third inning, well, fourth inning now, and he's got 2 more innings to go. He's taking on a lefty on lefty, so he goes up to a D20. Harper rolls a 91, which that's an out. That's going to be a K on Harper there in the fourth for the first out. Go righty, so we go to a 12. Got a 28 for Castellanos. That's going to be a walk. Bohm's up now. He rolls a 88, 93, which is an out. And that's going to be on a ball anywhere in the infield. Both the runner at first and the batter are out. So this could be a double play, but this is a fly ball to the outfield, and he can't advance. So that's going to be a fly ball to center field. F8 for the second out. And he takes on Segura now. He rolls a 57, which is going to be a fly ball to right field again. 9 for the third out. That's the end of the fourth, top of the fourth. 1-0 still. So we got Zach Wheeler up here in the fourth. And he's taking on Pena right on right, so he goes up to a 20. And that's going to be an out. That's a fly ball to center field. Pena for the first out. Taking lefty on righty, so he drops down to the D12. He rolls a 57, so that's an out. Also, that's a fly ball to left field. Alvarez was up the bat there. Bregman's up now. Righty on righty. So it goes up to a D20 again for Wheeler. And he rolls a 22 for Bregman. 22 with a 20 die roll. Let's see. He gets an 8. That's going to be a single. But Bregman's got C+, so that's contact hitter. Any rolls of 1 and 2 batter doubles or advance on 2. Do not roll for defense. +1 rolling on a bunt or hit and run. So he's just going to stay with that single he just got. Oh, Bregman gets on with a single. That's their first base runner in a couple innings. Tucker's up. Goes down to a D12 against him, lefty on righty. Tucker rolls a 69. So it's going to be a productive out. But we already have 2 outs, so it's a 4-3. So 4-3 on the out on Tucker. So that's the end of that. End of the 4th, 1-0. We'll go to the 5th. Valdez is taking on a righty, so he stays at a D12 there against Verlin. He rolls a 28. That's going to be a walk. 25 in between 30. That's his on-base percentage. So he gets a walk. And it brings up Sosa now, who had a hit in the 3rd inning. And so he's got a 64, which is a productive out, but that's a 2. That's going to be a strikeout. So that's the first out there. And that's his 4th K for Valdez. So he's taking on a lefty. Now he goes up to D20 against Schwarber. Schwarber rolls over 100, so that's an out. That's an 8, so he flies out to center field on that hit. That's the second out, F8. For our second out here in the 5th. Go back to a righty now against Hoskins, so he drops down to a D12 for the pitcher. Hoskins rolls a 27, which is going to be a walk. And he rolls roll the D20. Rolls a 7. That's going to be a single on it. So he's got a P+. Let's see. P+. Elite power hitter. +2 when rolling on the hit table. And then a free swinger. Second or third. He does not. He has a guy on first. So he rolled us for a single. He gets +2, so that's going to take him to 9. So he's still with a single. That moves Verlin over. And Hoskins gets his hit. So, all right. So that brings up Realmuto now. With 2 outs. Realmuto rolls a 20. That's a hit. Let's see what the gets. A 20. That's going to be a home run. JT Realmuto just smacked a 2. That's going to be a 3-run shot. And Verlin scores. Hoskins scores. And Realmuto with the home run. Bryce Harper up now, lefty on lefty. And he rolls a 53, a 5. That's going to be an out. That's a 5-3 out for the 3rd out. And they scored 3 runs that inning. It's 4-0. The original score was 2-5. Houston, not looking good right now. So we go to the bottom of the fifth. Zach Wheeler still pitching. He's going against Ely, so he gets a D20. And he's going to roll out high 82. That's a K. Alex Diaz up. He's a righty, so a D20 for Wheeler. He rolls a 9. Let's roll, see what hit he gets. A 14. That's going to be a single. Single past the, we're going to call that a single past the third baseman. So Wheeler still got 2. This will be Wheeler's last inning anyways. He pitched 5 innings. All right, McCormick up. He rolls a 72, 79. That's going to be a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning.
St. Louis Rams season replay on Slash Deep Gaming.
And Zach Wheeler's going to be done. That's going to bring in Andrew Bellate. All right, so we go to the top. That's going to be 0 runs. We'll go to the top of the 6. And Valdez, he's got this inning and one more pitch. One more. He went 6.1 innings. 6 1/3. And he is facing Castellanos, which is a righty. And that's going to be an out. That's going to be a K. We got Bohm up. Rolls a 53. That's an out. That's going to be another K. And Segura's up now. He rolls a 54. That's an out. And that's a 3. That's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. Yuri picks it up, tags the base, and that's the 6th inning. So Andrew Bellate comes in. He pitched 1 inning. He's a righty, and he gets a D8 for his. So we got the D8, and he's going to be facing Maldonado, which is righty on righty, so he goes up to a D10. Okay, that's a 92. That's an out, and that's going to be a 8. That's going to be a fly ball to center field for the first out. And we got righty on righty still, so he stays. And Altuve rolls a 37. And that's in his range of on-base percentage, so that's going to be a walk. So Altuve gets on. Astros trying to get something going here. Pena up now. He was the MVP last year of the World Series, and he rolls a 9. So that's a hit. And we roll the D20. He rolls another 9. Oh, we're going to call it, yeah, it'll be a 6. So that's going to be a single. And he has no attribute ratings. So he rolls a single, and it's calling for the defense. So we roll a 12-sided die. See what happens. Roll a 10. Hit goes down 1 level. So it stays as a single. So Astros got a little something going on here. That brings up Alvarez, the guy they need up at this moment. And he's a lefty on righty, so that's going to drop him back down to a D8. Here we go. And he rolls a 61. And that's going to be a productive out. That's going to be a 0. That's a strikeout on him. So he Ks for the second out. And that brings up Bregman now. Righty on righty, so he goes to a D10 again. And Look for Bregman to bring in a run. And he rolls a 72, which he does not. That's going to be another K for Belletti. So he comes in and it's the third out. We're in the 6th. Yeah. And he's going to be done now. That's his inning. He gets out of a jam. Now we go back to Valdez. He's got one batter here, and he'll be facing Virland. So he goes up to the D12. Righty on lefty. And he rolls a 34, which that's an out. That's going to be a K for the first out. So Valdez is done, so that brings in Rafael Montero. He pitched 1.2 innings in this game. He gets a D12 also. And he's a righty on righty, so he goes up to a 20. Righty on righty against Sosa. Sosa rolls a 6. We're going to call it a 9. Now 9. And let's see. That's a hit. Let's see what he gets. A 14. That's a single. Let's see. Montero has nothing there. So Sosa on the top of the 7th here gets on. And then Schwarber comes up the bat. So that takes it's going to be righty on lefty. So that brings it back down to a D12. Schwarber rolls a 16, which is a hit. And let's see what hit he gets. He rolls a 13. That's a single. And he has plus power, double plus P power. That's elite power hitter, +2 rolling on the hit table. And C minus. Oh, he gets +2. He rolled a 13. That goes to a 15. That's going to be a double. Do we roll for do not roll? So we got to still roll for defense because doesn't say it. So the defense of the left fielder, that's going to be Diaz. He has no qualities for it. So let's just roll for defense. We roll a D12. Rolls a 10. Hit goes down one level, which was a double. So it goes down to a single, which runners advance 2 bases. So Sosa's going to head over to third on this hit. And Schwarber's going to get on first with a big hit to move the runner into scoring position with no outs. So Montero, he's a righty. He's got the D12. He's taking on a righty, so that goes up to a D20. And Hoskin rolls a 21, which is a hit. Let's see what hit he gets. Rolls a 3. That's going to be a single, but he has a plus power. That's +1 rolling on the hit table. And he has a C minus of the free swinger. Nobody's on second and third. So he goes up +1. Rolled a 3, a single. So he goes up single defense against the second baseman. So we got to roll against the second baseman on a D12. That's a 12. Hit turned into an out. So that's a hit turned into an out to the second baseman. That's going to be a 4-6-3. One out, 2 outs. And this run's going to score on that because they're playing back. Should have been playing in. So they score a run. So now it's Realmuto up. He rolls a 40-50, which is an out. And that's going to be a 9. That's going to be a fly ball to right field. And that's the end of that inning. So he pitched one inning there. He's got 2 more batters. Hold on. One inning lost 1. That's when he came in. 1, 2, 3. Montero has 2 more batters to pitch to. So Belitai was done. That brings in Connor Brogdon. He pitched 1 inning. He gets a D8 for his. And he'll be taking on, here in the 7th, Kyle Tucker, who's a lefty. Already on lefty. He rolls a 81. That's an out. That's a fly ball to center field for the first out. Taking on a righty, so that'll take him up to a D10. Yeah, D10. Righty on righty against Gurriel. And that's going to be an out, 70-something, 80. That's a 6. That's a 6-3 third baseman. Second out. That brings up Alex Diaz, which is a righty. He rolls a 52. That's an out. That's going to be a K for the third out. Oh, Montero gets 2 more pitches, 2 more batters. And he's got a D12. Righty, and he's taking on Harper. So D12. Harper up to bat. That's 49. That's an out. That's a 6. That's a 6-3 out for the first out. And let's see, it brings up Castellanos now, right on right. So that's going to jump him up to a D20 for this batter. And that's an 86. So that's another 6-3 to Bregman, to Gurriel. And Montero's done. That brings in Ryan Presley now, and he gets a D12 also. He pitched 1 inning. And he's taking out a righty, so righty on righty, so that jumps him up to a D20. And Bohm's up the bat. He rolls a 50, 59. That's an out. 4. That's a 4-3. That's a 4-3 out. Pena to Gurriel. So Segura's up now. And that's a 47. That's an out. That's going to be a 5-3. Bregman scoops it up. Fires over to first. Segura's out. Verlin's up. Righty. He rolls a 21. That's a hit. I roll a D20. That's a 9. That's a single. So he's on with a single out to right field. And Sosa's up now with 2 out. He rolls a 20, which is another hit. You got to roll the D12. 4. It's going to be a single. Past the shortstop. Well, that's a 4 single past second. Well, and we got to roll for defense on that. So we roll the D12 on that. That's a 9. Hit goes down, no change. So Sosa just gets a hit past Pena out to right field. Verlin goes up to second. That's Sosa's third hit today. Man on first and second, lefty on righty, so it's going to drop down to D12. This batter. Schwarber up. Schwarber was a 14-21, a hit. And let's see what hit he gets. 4, that's a single. We got to roll for defense, but he got plus power. That's +1 when rolling on the hit table. No, +2. Then he's got free swinger. Second and third, nope. So he gets +2. And he rolled a 4. So that goes up to a single. We got to check the defense. The D10, let's see. D12. It rolls a 3. No change. So Schwarber hits a single past the second baseman. Everybody moves up one base. And now we got Hoskins up. He's a righty on righty, so that's a D20. Hoskins rolls 100 and something. That's an out. And out is a strikeout. So big out. Hold on there. Let's see. Presley's in. Okay, so Valdez came out here. Montero came in here. 2-3. Presley. Then he did that. So that should have been that right there. That was his first inning. This should have not been. That's when he was supposed to come out. He got the 2 outs. Presley come in. Alec Bohm hit in a 4-3. So that was the 3rd out. This is not supposed to happen. That is not supposed to happen. Presley, that's the end of the 8th inning. And he pitched to one guy. Okay, we got it situated here. All right. So, Connor pitched his 1 inning. So he's done. That brings in Brad Hand now. He gets a D12. And Brad Hand is, let's see, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 still. 6, 7. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Okay. Brad Hand's a lefty. He pitched 1 inning. He'll be taking on McCormick. And that's an out. That's a 3. That's going to be a ground ball to first base for the first out. And now he takes on Maldonado. Maldonado rolls a 25. That's going to be a base on balls. Maldonado gets on. Trying to make something happen here. Altuve up now. Gets Hand. Altuve not having a good day. That's a 71. It's supposed to be a productive out. 3. Ground ball to first base. And that is a double play. Altuve grounds into a 4-6-3 for the third out. And Brad Hand comes in, does his thing. He'll probably end up going one more inning because there was no more pitchers after that. And so Ryan Presley pitched to one batter. He's got two batters to go. He got a D12, which we got here. And he is taking on Gene Segura, which is a righty on righty. So he goes up to a D20. Now let's go here. He rolls a 37, which is an out. Fly ball for the first out to right field. Nothing there. And Verlin's in. That's an out. 7-F7 to center field, right field. Fly ball to right field. Sosa's up. 45, 52. That's an out. That's a fly ball to left field for the third out. All right, so Brad Had's going to stay in and see what happens here in the bottom of the ninth, with the Phillies leading 5-0. Gets a 12. He's a lefty. He's taking on Jeremy Pena. See what happens. He rolls. That's an out. That's going to be a 6-3 for the first out. And that brings up Alvarez, left on left. So he's going to go up to a 20 with a hand. He rolls a 22. That's going to be a hit. 22. So we roll the 12. That's a 12. That's going to be a single. But he has plus power. That's going to be a +2. 12, 13, 14. So he stays. So it's going to be a single. So Alvarez is on with one out. And we got a lefty on righty. So he goes back to his D12. That's a 67. That's going to be an out. That's going to be a K on Bregman for the second out. Then we got a lefty on lefty again. So he goes up to a 20 hand. And that's a 30, 41. And that's going to be another out. That's going to be a 6-3 put out for the end of the game.
This great action was brought to you by Slash Deep's Gaming Channel.
And the Phillies win 5-0. And it goes to one game apiece now. Which, that's what it was after 2 games in the World Series. 1-1.